Hi, it's Mobile Max in West Hollywood, and it's Monday, September 15, 2025. The similarities between the attempted assassination of President Trump on July 13, 2024 by Thomas Matthew Crooks and the most current murder of Charlie Kirk by Tyler Robinson. First of all, tradecraft. If you don't know what tradecraft is, it's basically learning how to be a spy. For instance, spotting somebody following you and knowing how to evade them is tradecraft. Both men were very similar. Thomas Matthew Crooks and Tyler Robinson, both in their early 20s, both highly intelligent. Thomas Matthew Crooks got many awards for his intelligence and knowledge and got 1530 out of 1600 on his SAT test. That's genius level. Also, Tyler Robinson, his mother said he got 32 out of 34, which was an excellent score on an aptitude test. Both young men. Thomas Crooks was 20 and Tyler Robinson was 22. Both were cool and calm when they entered the events that they were going to manifest their murder and assassination on. Imagine this. This is something that you could die over or be thrown in prison for the rest of your life. These guys are cool and calm. Tyler Robinson, he must have scouted the college out before because he knew where every single camera was. Did you see those pictures? On every single picture, he moves his head down or to the side. He's got a hat and glasses on, so you never get a real good picture of his face. Thomas Matthew Crooks knew so many things. For instance, on the events of July 13th, 2024, the rally in Pennsylvania for President Trump, they had a security perimeter. The Secret Service had a security perimeter, and for everybody in that security perimeter, they checked them for weapons and firearms. But somehow, Thomas Matthew Crooks knew where that security perimeter was because he got into the event on the outside of that security perimeter, and nobody checked him for his AR-15 rifle. Thomas Matthew Crooks had reconnoitered the rally site on July 7th. He also flew a drone on the day of the attempted assassination. Thomas Crooks did. He also knew how to evade capture because the police, before the attempted assassination, tried to catch him, and somehow he managed to evade capture. Thomas Crooks did. Thomas Crooks also bought a ladder to climb up onto the building, which was 140 yards away from the stage that President Trump stood on July 13th. He climbed up on air conditionings and spanned several buildings before he got to his spot where he was going to assassinate President Trump. That building where he eventually settled on was the staging area for the police and the Secret Service. How did he know what building to sit on? Naturally, there's going to be questions in Secret Service and police mind if he's on top of the building where the police and the Secret Service are staging. Is this guy one of us? So many things. For instance, Thomas Crooks was trying to blow President Trump's brains out. And the very split second that he was aiming for President Trump and he pulled the trigger, I don't know if you saw the video, but President Trump moved his head So instead of blowing his brains out, he just nicked his ear. So Tyler Robinson didn't aim for the head. He aimed for the neck, because you can't turn your neck. You can turn your head, but you can't turn your neck. Isn't that coincidental? His parents, Thomas Matthew Crooks' parents, called the police before the assassination on the same day and issued a missing persons report, and also commented that they said their son was mentally unbalanced and depressed. This is manifest an alibi. Oh yeah, it wasn't me. I didn't know anything. I tried to help you guys. I called the police and told you he was missing. Father of Tyler Robinson. Oh, he convinced Tyler Robinson to turn himself in. Well, I can't be part of anything because I convinced him to turn himself in. All these similarities are astounding. How did they get these rifles? And in the AR-15, when he was, the video of Tyler Robinson jumping off the roof, where was the rifle? It seemed he had a little bag on him, but does those Mausers disassemble that completely? Where was the rifle when he was jumping off the roof? It certainly wasn't in his pants like they showed later as him walking down the neighborhood limping on one leg because he had the rifle down his pants. He had to jump from a really high roof. No way the rifle could be in down his pants on his leg. There's so many similarities, it's just incredible. You know, Matthew Crooks got off 8 shots, murdered 1 fireman, and critically injured 2 others. It's just, they noticed him, but somehow he evaded capture. Massive knowledge of tradecraft. These guys were incredible. Both young men, highly intelligent, but marginalized. Thomas Matthew Crooks supposedly had been bullied in high school because he was a loner and he was shy and he was soft-spoken. Also, Tyler Robinson must have also been marginalized because he's probably gay, because he had a transsexual or transitioning into transsexual roommate. So the similarities are incredible. This is not an isolated lone wolf crazy guy situation. There are logical and powerful figures behind this organizing. How did they brainwash these kids? They're innocent young men, and somehow they're ready to give up their life or go to prison. Who indoctrinated them? Was it all over the internet? Internet's a powerful tool. Data. Maybe they were searching out these highly intelligent, marginalized lone wolf guys and interdicting on and teaching them about tradecraft and how to avoid capture and things of this nature. Something's going on. What's the saying? First time coincidence, second time happenstance, third time enemy action. All right, that's all I got to say. Thank you.